I realize every situation may be different and the home costs are going to be different in the different areas, but rental rates are different as well. And they need to understand that they may, in a heavy market like in Tampa, we have a large rental and transient position. It is difficult for them to secure good housing and especially larger housing in community areas that they can feel secure for their families while they are trapped on base doing their job daily or during deployments where they can count on their family being taken care of. Since a lot of military members have that 0% down option as well with their VA loan benefits, it's generally going to take them a little bit longer to build equity to cover their selling costs. So for them to break even, you got to make sure that you're going over the pros and cons of buying and understanding their different motivations and their strategies for how this may have to be an investment home for a little while. We rent it after you leave to make sure you can secure your investment before we sell it. Knowing their future plans, probing into those conversations is going to help you build that rapport and understand how you're best going to be able to make the right investment decision with them and for them. Property tours. Again, you're going to have a very limited amount of time. You may only be dealing with the military spouse in these tours. You may only get an opportunity to do showing virtual videos with them. Have the right tools, have the right understanding of how to use live streaming, have the right understanding of how to use a good quality phone or camera for these video calls so they can see the quality of the product that they're looking at. They don't want to be catfished by the MLS either. And remember, our photographers are really good out there in the professional world. They can make a house look immaculate, and when you get really close to it, this is not the young home that you planned on taking out to a date tonight. So make sure that you're doing a few things for them. Live streaming versus video. Live streaming may not be the solution. A video recording that you can upload quickly to YouTube or to a streaming service so that they can look at it at their convenience might be the best way to go. You can take your time. You can do a video walkthrough. If you have one of the higher end phone series, you may be able to do a little bit of FaceTime clip in the corner while you're doing a full walkthrough of the home so they get to see your expressions while you're walking around as well. This will help build a better secure bond between all of you and a better relationship overall because they're trusting you sight unseen sometimes with these houses. Live videos, they do disappear as well. They've got a timestamp on them, so you got to understand there's nothing to go back to. So maybe they're recording so that they can start seeing the same home that they get to fall in love with over and over again so they can get used to it might help. Again, moving to recordings, 10 to 20-minute video, uploading video walkthroughs through either Google Photos or Dropbox or iCloud or YouTube. Then when you can send them a link, is going to take a little bit of time of upload. So make sure you've got a good quality internet position that you're sitting from. You're not going to be able to sit at the local Starbucks and get this done very efficiently. You're not going to have the bandwidth that you need to upload those videos. So make sure to go back to your brokerage or go back to your home office so that you can get this done very quickly and efficiently. Do yourself a favor. Don't do a bunch of short clips. Do a full video walkthrough for them so they can see the house as it is. It is difficult enough, as we know from our normal buyer tours, to walk clients through house after house after house and them not disengage because the houses all start to look and feel the same. It's going to be difficult for them to remember the things they fell in love with. Come up with these cool little nicknames for the house. If the pool, for example, has got a guitar in the bottom of it and it's just something that's easily memorable, go, hey, guitar pool house. For you to be able to get these types of nicknames, funny rosebush house, huge backyard house, play yard in the front yard house. You'll be surprised how these little things will help not only the military member, but the family tune in and focus more towards what's going to be the attack strategy on which house they want to put in an offer for. Pro tip, you need to show the good, the bad, and the ugly of every resale home. They will trust you more if they know you will represent the entire house at 35,000 feet, to use an Air Force term. they don't want to just see the pretty. They need to understand, hey, moving in, this is someone else's home before. They left a few things outside of what I would consider good repair stat. If these are things you can work around, or these are things that I can help you with as far as finding a good contractor to come in and renovate so that we can get a better deal on this house because it's outside of what I would consider best quality of home, then fantastic. Let's work on that. But be prepared to have a real conversation and don't just speed flow these houses and only show the pretty. Next, start working with military sellers. Once you have closed a few buyer's transactions with the military folks, you're going to be able to understand more of what they need and how to sell a military family home. Selling a military service member's home is almost identical to a traditional, with one key difference. Active duty sellers often know in advance that they're going to be PCSing and they're going to be making preparations for their sale early. Sellers are going to reach out to their typically original agent. Big flag, make absolutely sure, especially with all of your real estate clients, but especially with your military people, you're in constant communication with them and they are on some level of drip campaign. So they hear from you often, because when they get orders, they're going to need to move fast and you already know them and you already know the house they bought and you can help it sell faster. It all goes back to nurturing, right? Nurturing former buyers generates seller leads. That's just kind of a rule of thumb in real estate, but even more so for our military professionals. Being connected on Facebook is a very easy way to stay in touch with them. They get to see newsletters from you, they'll get to see Instagram clips, but make absolutely sure that they are subscribing, liking, and becoming a part of your real estate life, because you can also refer them to a real estate agent that you trust in the MRP world in another state at the next base that they are going to. No matter how much time you need to spend with a military client, they're going to be moving again. They will always be multiple transactions with your military families. And ultimately, after their PCS moves, they may even be coming back to your area as that being their permanent home after retirement and after leaving the military. You want to be absolutely sure that you're a part of their life and that their career path is as important to you as it is to them. If you are having any doubts about working with military professionals in relocations, and hey, it is not for everybody, there are some great articles out there that if you drop me a comment, I can absolutely send to you so you can see some real case studies of the complications that can happen and how you need to be best on board when it comes to being the realtor of choice. This will be a great starting point, a little bit of eye opener for you if you're thinking about getting in the industry and you live anywhere near a military base or willing to relocate close to one. I hope this helps you understand the process a little bit. And certainly, I'm a huge advocate of the Military Relocation Professional Certificate. I have it myself, and I've had it for many years. The camaraderie and the additional community that it has introduced me to while being a real estate agent here in Florida. If you have additional questions about working as a career with active duty military personnel, hit me up in the comments. Let's have a coffee talk. Let's have a virtual call and make sure this is the right thing for you, because before you dip your toe into the deep end of the pool with the U.S. military, I want to make sure that you're representing them strongly as they're representing us overseas, protecting our great nation.